is not really worth living anymore. My sports life is over. The 49ers have lost, but the show must go on. Am I right, Mr. Warrior?
Yep, I've just been relaxing on this metaphorical playoff couch for a few weeks now, so it's nice to have you join me finally. So
it is a nice couch, although I don't want to be here.
Well, and unfortunately, I mean, hey, we can finally agree on something, though, for 1 week. Obviously, we're both going to be rooting for the Bengals in this one, so. Yeah.
I'm more rooting against one team than for someone else, but absolutely.
Yeah, I feel that, so.
Yeah.
Of course, as you'll try to spin it, that I'm a Sean McVay fan, but,
Yeah, well, I mean, you've admitted as much on the channel, so it's well known.
Just like you've admitted that you should have been a Seahawks fan, so.
I said if I would have chosen differently, I'd have a better sports life, but that doesn't mean I should have been.
Well, technically, a better sports life would include having won a Super Bowl at least, so.
Yeah.
Watching your team win a Super Bowl. So.
Yeah, well, whatever. It is what it is.
Yep, it is what it is. It will be what it will be. Well, we're here. This is the penultimate episode of Rival Talk. Though the final one at this, setup. Next time we talk, it'll be a whole new setup. So that'll be exciting. But yeah, we're at the Super Bowl. Super Bowl 56 officially set between the Los Angeles Rams, but then the upstart Cincinnati Bengals. They somehow found a way to do the improbable and come back against the Chiefs in Kansas City and win that game. So that was super exciting to see at least. So at least we got that. So
it looked like it was going to be a blowout in the other direction in the first half, that's for sure.
I will say, and I mean, although, the fiance is not around to vouch for me on this, at halftime when the Chiefs went for it and they didn't get it, I turned to her and told her that that's going to be a big momentum changer for the Bengals coming out. So I just...
Oh, it absolutely was. Yeah. I didn't say that specifically, but my friend that was over, we both looked at each other like, what did they just do there?
And apparently that was on Patrick because there's NFL films footage that he wanted to go for it. So, right. Icarus flew a little too close to the sun there, as they say.
Yeah, it's too bad.
Yep, just too bad at all. Absolutely. All right, well, so we're going to talk a little bit about some news. There's plenty of it, that's for sure. And then we'll kind of talk about some of the awards coming up, give our takes on who we think should win, and then we'll go to Pooch Picks. High drama, of course, in Pooch Picks, at least out here there is. And then we'll get into the Super Bowl. So, yeah, I wrote down some stuff. There's a lot of news, though, that's gone on. First off, the coaching carousel. I didn't write down everything that's gone on with the coaching carousel, but, jobs are filling, jobs are opening up. Let's see, Lovie Smith just took the Texans job. Mike McDaniel, also known as a Starbucks employee. I don't know if you've seen that meme, but he does look like a Starbucks employee.
Yeah, it's a sad one.
Out in Miami, I think that's a great hire from Miami. That's a great guy to get out there. So happy for
Completely agree, although it really pisses me off. Yes,
it makes me very happy. So
I'll bet.
Well deserving. What else do we have? Let's see. What other?
I think the last job just open or filled up today. It was the Saints job, which Dennis Allen, their defensive
right. Yep, Saints. And then Raiders hired Josh McDaniels. We'll see if that actually goes through. Of course, we know how McDaniels can be.
He had already backed out like this by this time last time, so it looks better than last time at least.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
Let's see. Am I missing anything else? I don't think so.
I know. I swear there's one more, but I'm not. Oh, Eberflus in Chicago.
Oh, right. Who do they hire again?
Matt Eberflus is how you say it. He was the Colts defensive coordinator.
All right. They probably should have hired. They probably should have hired an offensive mind guy for that. But it's the Bears.
You would really think that would have been the way to go.
I thought Eric Bieniemy would have been perfect for that job, but
he probably would have been.
But yeah, so there's a coaching carousel, at least as it stands right now, because who knows what may happen elsewhere, Seattle, but we'll see. Brian Flores dropped a bombshell on the NFL, proclaiming that, alleging, again, this is all allegations at this time, but alleging that he was offered $100,000 to lose games. Not much you can say about that. That's all allegations. But It's also the report that Tom Brady was the quarterback that came in. Because remember, there was a report last year. Tom Brady had said, "You're going to go with that mother effer over me." There's reports that's been confirmed that they're talking about, I believe, Ryan Fitzpatrick at the time of the Dolphins, because apparently there was possibly a potential alleged illegal meeting set up that the owner had created. You didn't hear?
Man, I never even heard this story.
You didn't hear about that part? Yeah.
Everybody thought it was Jimmy Garoppolo.
Well, no, Brian Flores, he was on a yacht with, I don't remember the Dolphins owner name, but he was on a yacht with them, and the owner just right there said that there was a quarterback coming. I don't know if he name dropped that was Brady coming, but I think it was confirmed that it was Brady that was coming for that meeting, and Flores walked off the yacht because he didn't want to partake in any illegal activity there, with the league and get in trouble and all that. So
yeah, wow,
yeah.
No, you're breaking this news to me on the channel. Wow, well,
this is legitimate reaction then.
Yeah, well, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, again, this is all allegations, but that's what I've read on this whole report. So we'll see what's going to happen. If Flores was being offered money to throw games, and if Hugh Jackson was as well, because he chimed in on that as well, then the NFL really has a huge problem on its hands here, and they need to fix this. So
yeah, I will say one thing about Hugh Jackson. I don't know that he needed any extra money to lose games with that team that he had there. It was very bad.
Yeah,
and he wasn't a very good coach at that time either.
No.
So like he was doing all the wrong things.
That one I feel like he's just trying to say, oh hey, I just lost because I was being paid. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, exactly. Right. I believe Flores though, for the most part, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's definitely got some basis to his claims there. Mm-hmm. Some other news: Alvin Kamara. This one's wild, and he may be done. Honestly, the pictures came out today. The victim posted some pictures, and it's all bad. So, yeah, that's just really unfortunate. I hope that guy is okay and will be okay, and that's just unfortunate for a superstar like Kamara that, we'll see what happens, but, look what happened with Ray Rice. So there can't be a double standard here. Just because it was a guy he beat up, it can't be a double standard. It's just as bad.
Oh, there will be, that, but
which will be unfortunate. But if Ray Rice got the treatment he got, and Kamara, he should be done too as well, probably. So, but we'll see. And then another bit of news: there's something mysterious going down in Arizona with Kyler Murray. He seems to have removed all association with the Arizona Cardinals, and I think his current profile picture on Twitter is him in Oklahoma and in an athletics uniform, so not quite sure what's going on there, but would be a shame if they chose to go with if they chose to stick with Cliff Kingsbury and let Kyler Murray walk away, but that would be such a shame.
A real shame. I definitely think that's what they should do.
Yeah, totally. That's
an elite coach.
They should, like we were texting. They should give Cliff Kingsbury a 10-20 year extension.
Agreed.
So.
It does seem like the little gnome is just trying to get a contract early, which is it's very early. He's going into his fourth year. He doesn't need that extension yet, but apparently that's what he wants.
Yeah, but this same thing happened with Julio Jones, I believe, about a year or two before he left. So
okay, yeah,
yep. So we'll see.
Yeah, we will. Either way, you love to see it.
You're
not a fan of the Cardinals.
Sure do. So. Yeah, so, that's pretty much all the news. Of course, we had the Pro Bowl this past week, which was just totally, I watched a little bit of it, but it was ridiculous. And it's really kind of, I'm going to talk a little bit, I'm going to mention this later, but it's really concerning for a game that had pretty much no defense to see Russell Wilson be as bad as he was. So that was interesting. And yeah, so that's some of the news, I believe. I'm sure there's more, but, that's all we're going to get to right now. Before we kick it off to Pooch Picks, actually, awards. So we know the awards will be coming up. So we got MVP. We'll just run through it. Let's just start with MVP. Who do you think is going to win MVP? And tell me, who do you think should win? Because I think those might be different. At least for me, it is.
Yeah, man. Who should win it? I hate to say it, but I might go with Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
And honestly, I might put Deebo Samuel number 2 on that one, who should win it. But number 1, who's going to win it, I guess I'll go Aaron Rodgers.
Really?
Or Tom Brady, even.
Yeah, I think it's probably going to be Brady. I think it's going to be Brady. It's either Rodgers or Brady, but I think it's going to go to Brady. I agree. It should be Cooper Kupp. He had a ridiculous year. I have no fantasy bias there. It should be Cooper Kupp. But of course, receivers never won. Receivers never won the award. I don't think, right? I don't think ever. So.
No, I don't remember. Jeez, the dogs are barking. I don't know why.
It's not quite Pooch Picks yet.
Win an MVP. I honestly have no clue.
You should know this. Yeah, you should know this. Some Niners fan you are.
I don't believe he did. So
yeah, I don't think he did.
Probably
so
just never happens.
Yeah, so. Yeah, it's going to be either Rodgers or Brady, and I think it's going to go to Brady. Yeah.
I mean, they got to send him off with an MVP, don't they?
Right, yep. Or send him off because he made a quote today saying "never say never" when he was asked. So
I love to hear that because I am a Brady fan myself, so I didn't want him to retire, so I like him leaving that door open.
He can't pull a Favre though. Just stay retired.
Yeah, sure.
So yeah, next offensive player of the year. I'm gonna go. It's got to be Cooper Kupp. Though you obviously can make the argument for Deebo Samuel, but it's gonna be Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, I will go Cooper, who should win it and who will win it. I will have both of my answers for Cooper Kupp.
Wow, no love for Deebo? No love for your boy?
He's definitely number 2 on there. He's definitely close, but you can't. He broke all the records. What can you do?
Yeah. Well, almost broke all the records. Kupp did.
Sure.
If he would have gone 15 more yards, but Stafford decided not to throw to him. Let's see. Defensive player of the year. This one, again, same thing as last year. It should be T.J. Watt. And this year, though, I do think it's going to be because he tied the record. So it's got to be T.J. Watt. It's got to be.
Yeah. I'm with you on that. That's my answer for both. I honestly don't think it's a question.
It's going to piss me off if it's Aaron Donald, honestly. It's going to piss me off.
There's no way it's going to be Aaron Donald this time. There's got to be some Aaron Donald fatigue going on. And he didn't, although, yes, he's just as great as he's always been, he didn't put up the stats that he normally does. No, it's TJ 100%.
Yeah, it's got to be. So, and considering the fact, TJ probably would have broken the record because he did it. Everyone talks about, he tied the record in 17 games. No, he only played 15. So.
Yep. The groin injury,
Yep. So, so it should be T.J. Watt for that one. Comeback player of the year. Now, this one is interesting. I know the popular consensus maybe goes towards Dak, but honestly, you got to look at what Joe Burrow's done. It's got to be Joe Burrow, in my opinion.
That's, I especially think with what he's done recently that he's going to take that crown.
Yeah. I know.
I think if they wouldn't have had this improbable run, not even improbable, if they wouldn't have had this run in the playoffs, maybe Dak gets it. But Dak losing in the first round, I know it's a regular season award.
Yeah, I mean, for this one, is it? Is comeback player?
It's true.
Is it?
They're voting afterwards, so no matter what you say, you're taking other things into account. So it's got to be Burrow. Yeah,
definitely. So. Of course not. What Dak did was incredible too, coming back from that injury and everything. That was incredible. But Burrow, he had his knee pretty much destroyed too. So. Yep,
and I will say number 3, Nick Bosa.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess I can give you that.
Yeah.
All right. Rookie of the year. That's obvious. Jamar Chase.
Yeah, Jesus. So. Just an insane year. I can't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought something like that would happen, quite honestly, especially in the preseason when he couldn't catch a ball. I
still regret. I guess it doesn't matter because I won a championship, but I still regret passing up on him when I had the chance to get him just because of that preseason.
Yeah, I feel so badly for you.
Right. Yeah. So unfortunate. I could have won one more game probably.
Oh God, yeah. Jeez, that would have made all the difference.
Right. Well, let's see. Are we missing anything? Coach of the year? I don't have anything off the top of my head, I don't think. Zach Taylor, I guess. Yeah, Zach Taylor.
Yeah, it's got to be Zach Taylor, right? I can't imagine anybody else would win that.
No. Are we missing anything? We got coach, defensive. I think we got it all.
Yeah, I think so. Ship shape.
All right, well, on that note, actually, before we get to Pooch Picks, we'll take this time real quick. If you want just quickly, I know you probably don't want to talk about it much, but if you want to quickly just talk about the Niners, and if you want to talk about at all about that game, we just want to give a quick recap about the season.
Yeah, no need to talk about the game. Don't like talking about it. Don't want to discuss it. It is what it is. They lost. Another bad fourth quarter in the playoffs. What can you do? Yeah, overall, I'll just say the season was a pretty decent one. Obviously, didn't end the way any Niners fan wanted it to, but to be 3-5 and to start 3-5 and look like you're dead in the water and get to the NFC Championship game, I'm proud of what they've done for sure. So.
Well, to look at, I guess it's too early to look ahead probably, but I mean, what's like the biggest need you see heading into next season then to try and get over that hump and get back and get over that hump?
Well, clearly quarterback play would be one. I'm a Jimmy Garoppolo fan for sure, but it's pretty clear that I've hit our ceiling with him. The same issues that plagued us in 2019 season, 2020 playoffs. Are the exact same issues that plagued us in this one. So, quarterback play, cornerback play as well.
That's definitely
would be another one. Yeah. So, basically those two things would be my two things. I'm not going to put any of this. I know, Shanahan has blown games or whatever, but in all three of these games that everybody says he's blown, his quarterbacks have just had atrocious fourth quarters. So, I mean, I'm going to right now put the blame on the quarterback play for this and not much on Shanahan at this point. Yeah. I don't have any concern about him. So quarterback and cornerback would be my two things we need to improve majorly next year.
So you've got the quarterback obviously already, so I'm going to assume your first round pick, your priority is going to be cornerback then.
Yeah, second round. Sure. We don't have a first rounder. We traded him for that quarterback. But yeah, I think we're going to hit free agency hard with cornerback and probably look in the draft as well. Quarterback and safety, I would assume.
All right. Well, not to bring it back to this moment of the game, but I mean, if there was a turning point in the game, I'd say, how do you think it would have gone any differently if who was it? Was it Ward who dropped that interception?
Oh, Jaquaski Tart.
Tart.
The most easy interception. Yeah, I try not to even blame him for that, just because we still should have played better. But yeah, I think we would have won the game if he gets that interception. That was a gift. That
was rough. That was a turning point.
Stafford gift that he likes to do, and we didn't capitalize.
Yeah, just like in the Bengals Chiefs, that right before halftime, the Chiefs going for there, that was the turning point to me in the game. That definitely was a turning point for the Rams because they went. At least they got a field goal, right? Or did they score a touchdown?
That was when they tied the game. They were down third. We had that not interception. So
so that's tough. So.
Yeah, and I believe it was like 3rd and 10 or 15 or 20 even after that play, and then they converted it and then went and scored the field goal. So, yeah, that was it.
It was what it was.
Yeah, right.
Well, for me, I finally got some Seahawks news to talk about. We got our defense coordinator. We got our defensive staff pretty much lined up here. So Clint Hurt, long-time defensive line coordinator for the Seahawks. Actually, I really like this guy. He's got great energy. As I'm saying this, he's the perfect Pete Carroll guy. He's got great energy. He motivates players. So yeah, he's the perfect yes man for Pete Carroll. But aside from that, he is a good guy. I think he's deserving of this title because it is just a title under Pete Carroll. But he's deserving of it. And then we also brought in Ed Donatel as something like some sort of senior advisor role on the defense, something like that. So I'm not quite sure what the official title is, but I love it. Broncos have had some great defenses, especially in the secondary. So I think that's huge. That's big. I think he especially can help out, come off from the injury, Trey Brown, to reach even higher potential than he was reaching for his injury.
Yeah, he's a good defensive coach. I'm surprised Nathaniel Hackett didn't try to keep him, or maybe he did and he didn't want it. I have no idea, but
I'll take it.
49ers secondary coach back in the Jim Harbaugh era and a little bit before that. I loved the guy. I thought he was good.
Yeah, so I really like the setup that we've got for defense now. They're going on there, so should be some improvements there, especially with the talents coming up more. And I mentioned it before. I don't really talk about it again. The Pro Bowl, Russell Wilson looked just awful, and that's really concerning for a game where there was no defense played. And I don't know if this is true. I have to go back and see if it's true. But I heard that there was an interview either during or around the Pro Bowl where he did not end the interview with his typical "Go Hawks." So
Ooh.
I'm not sure if that is true. I didn't see it for myself, but I heard the rumor that he didn't. And if that is the case, that is very, very mysterious.
Oh.
And also, now this is true. I did read this. When he went on this was from a few weeks ago, but I just now saw this, so this is why I'm bringing it up now. When he went on the Manning cast for that Monday Night playoff game, apparently he made the Manning brothers like he wasn't going to go on unless they agreed to not talk anything about his future with the Seahawks or anything like that. So that was interesting too. So
man, good old milquetoast Russell Wilson. Can't handle the pressure.
Yeah, so that was kind of some interesting things there. So, like I said, we'll see what happens. But I wouldn't mind trading him to a certain city of brotherly love if we got a certain quarterback in exchange. So
yeah, I know you want that, and I would be fine with that. I am not that scared of Jalen Hurts. Let's just say that.
Well, think of it, Jalen Hurts in the Pete Carroll system, because he'd be perfect in Pete Carroll's system.
That's true, man. So. It would be all the dangerous parts of Russell Wilson that always kill us. Yeah, you're right, but it seems like Russell Wilson has this stranglehold over the 49ers franchise.
Is it Russell Wilson or is it Pete Carroll? I mean, I know before Russell Wilson there wasn't. I mean, obviously, but was that?
That's true. It could be either one.
Yeah.
I'm saying it's Russell Wilson because he just seems to constantly make the play when it needs to be made, and I'm just over it.
Well, I mean, yeah, we'll see. That's all I can say at this point. We'll see. That's all I can keep saying. So, other than that, there isn't really much news on that end. So, we'll go ahead and bring in a Pooch Picks. Here we are, the finale of Pooch Picks.
Wow.
Drake and Diogi, neck and neck still. Drake is up by 1 at 16-10. Diogi at 15-11. So, I had to kind of figure out something to do in the event of a tiebreaker. And so you'll see that. I'll further discuss that after you watch these Pooch Picks. There is going to be a tiebreaker in there, so we'll talk about that. And then, we all know what's going on out there in Nebraska. Not much of anything. So, we'll see. We'll see which dog even gets to make the pick for the Super Bowl. So
it's a big old mess out here. That's for sure.
Yep, it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, here we go. Season finale for the 2021 season of Pooch Picks. Here we go.
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are, the season finale of Pooch Picks for the 2021 season. Got Super Bowl 56, LA Rams, Cincinnati Bengals. Drake is up on Diogi still by 1. If we have a tie, I have a tiebreaker situated out already. It'll be right after this video. So, but first we'll get down to it with the pick. And just like Conference Championship Week, both of them are behind here. And whoever gets to the pick first obviously makes the pick. And so, we'll see what happens. Here we go. Season finale Pooch Picks for the actual game. And we'll do the tiebreaker next. Here we go. All right, and Drake is right out. And, Drake, Diogi's going right for the Rams. Looked like Drake was going towards the Bengals, but, Diogi went right to the Rams, and there goes Drake just to go into the Bengals. So there we go. Drake is taking the Bengals, and Diogi is taking the Rams. All right, now in the event of a tie, in the event that the unfortunate circumstance that the Rams win, since Diogi picked the Rams, here's our tiebreaker situation. The over-under right now at the time of this recording is what I'm going with, so it might change by the time the game rolls around. But right now, as of this moment, the over-under is set at 48.5 points. Personally, I would take the over on that. But we'll see where the dogs choose. So tiebreaker is going to be the over-under. So we'll let them out and see who picks what. Here we go. All right, go ahead. And... Diogi got right to it and went with the over. Drake, the whole time, looked like he was heading to under anyway. So, Diogi taking the Rams and the over. Diogi taking the Bengals, or Drake taking the Bengals and the under. We will see
who will be crowned the 2021 Pooch Picks champ.
What up? Here we are, final Pooch Picks of the year. Got a little problem here. Jackson has been doing the picks recently, but my wife took him to her dad's house. She doesn't work today, and sometimes she takes him over there, so he's not even here. So Henry is going to be doing the Pooch Picks. Here we go over here. We got the Bengals and the Bengals. Unlike our channel's host, Christian, we are not Sean McVay and LA Rams fans here, so he only gets to choose between the Bengals. Let's see who he picks. Oh, well, whoever picks first. I guess it's going to be Annabelle. And, in an upset, she chooses the Bengals. Good job, Annabelle.
And we are back, so there you have it, Super Bowl 56 Pooch Picks. There wasn't much of a choice out there in Nebraska. Kind of wonder what happened to the other option out there. It seems kind of rigged out there, but
Yeah, well, I figured we're so far behind, and the right dog wasn't even in the house at the time. So
Henry had his chance to come and make a pick, but he blew it.
He knows, he remembers to jump up there, but so I don't know how Annabelle him to the punch, but whatever. He obviously just doesn't care anymore, and. Yeah, like I said in the video, we are not Rams and Sean McVay fans here like in your household, so I was not able to put that option on the table.
Yeah, whatever. I'm not even going to give that a thought to talk about. Perhaps Henry is just holding out for a new contract. That could be something
He's
there.
being the Kyler Murray of this house, yeah.
Yeah, he's dissociating with everything. So he won a championship last year. He doesn't care what he did this year. He wants a new contract. So
yeah, I'm guessing, just like Kyler, he wants to be rewarded for his amazing playoff performance. So we'll see what happens.
Yep. But yeah, so Drake and Diogi, though, the high drama out here. So as you see, we had them pick the game, and then we also threw in the over-under, which it might have changed at this point, but at that point when I recorded it, which I believe was actually it was Sunday night, I recorded it, was 48.5. So just ran the same way as if they were picking the game. So Drake, he made the right pick, I feel like. Well, actually, he didn't really make the pick. It was really Diogi, but I feel like Drake was going towards the Bengals anyways. Diogi went first and picked the Rams, so unfortunate for him, hopefully. Drake took the Bengals, and then Drake... although Diogi, again in this one, also made the pick first. Drake, I feel like, if you watch the video, I feel like he was going towards the under anyways. Sure. Not quite sure I agree with that one. I feel like it's going to be over 48.5 points in this one. But yeah, so Drake's got Cincinnati and the under in the event of a tiebreaker. And then Diogi has the Rams and the over. So hopefully Diogi is at least wrong on one of his aspects of his picks. So
yeah. Could there still be a tie even with this new?
No. Wait.
Yeah.
Well, shoot.
Yeah. I don't know how. See, I was kind of thinking, was I missing something?
Yeah, because if the Bengals win, but it hits the over.
And it's over.
Wait, no. No, now you're throwing me off. No, because if the Bengals win, Drake will be at 17. And then, Gosh, you're throwing me off here. Gosh.
Yep. Okay, sorry.
All right,
you're
disregard
right.
everything he said. There's a reason he's the co-host.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah, okay, we're all good there. So no tiebreakers are going to happen. There's going to be no tie. Yeah, so there's going to be a winner after this week. So
okay, there probably won't be a tie. Got it.
There will not, for sure. There will not be a tie. So
okay.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and talk about the main event now, what we're here for. The Super Bowl 56. So we got the Rams and Bengals. Guess you could say that you kind of expected the Rams to possibly be there after they traded for Beckham and all that and showed they were going for it. But the Bengals, whole different story. Nobody expected them to be here. So, just kind of give some keys, I guess, for both teams for how they can win the game. Let's just get the Rams out of the way so we don't have to talk about them that much. For me, my keys for the Rams, other than just go ahead and lose the game, would be protect the ball. That's something they kind of have difficulty with, specifically Stafford, can be rather reckless with the ball at times. Contain Jamar Chase. You can only really hope to contain him, and at the same time, you got to hope that, you got to make Higgins or Boyd beat you, which they can as well. They're plenty capable of, going off as well. But as long as you can contain Chase, you have a better chance of being in the game and winning the game. So hopefully they don't do that.
Yep.
And then the Rams, this kind of goes along with protecting the ball, but they got to have a patient offense. They just got to kind of do what's worked for them, and as far as the medium, short stuff, finding Cooper Kupp, third downs, going to Kupp, and actually they're not going to have Higbee. I heard Higbee is doubtful for this game, so that's actually.
He didn't look. It didn't look like a great injury, but I would guess that Cincinnati's also not going to have Uzama.
No, not so fast. Actually,
Not so
he's
fast,
planning.
my friend?
He's planning on playing apparently. Which is
we'll see about that. His injury actually looked worse.
well,
so,
he at the rally, was it today or whatever? Whenever they left Cincinnati, he straight up took off his brace and flung it off. So
okay.
he says he's not missing the biggest game of his life. That was the quote. So he's playing. It sounds like.
Yeah, that's
Now he's probably not going to be that effective, but
Sure.
he's playing. So, but yeah, so Higbee, it sounds like it's going to be after the Rams. That's a big blow. So it's really going to come down to Cooper Kupp on third downs, I feel like. But yeah, that's my keys for the Rams. Hopefully they just totally ignore those keys and just blow up and lose. So, what do you got?
Yeah, I guess my keys would be one, although this didn't really help in the other games, is to dominate the line of scrimmage and pressure Joe Burrow, which it's been happening the entire playoffs, and he's still been winning. So
Yep.
you still got to do it, though. So there's that. Number two would be, like you said, protect the ball. Cam Akers and Stafford have been turnover machines, or almost turnover machines in the case of Jaquaski Tart, and so you can't do that. And number three, I would say you're going to have to get one big play to Odell Beckham at one point in this game. I just think it's, although I know you got to control the clock, control the ball, play your game, but I do think the Rams are one of them flashy teams where they got to have a big play in order to get them pumped up.
Yeah,
and
for sure. Right?
Maybe that's the guy that would do it for him.
Yeah, I'd say him or Van Jefferson, either one of those guys.
Sure. Yes.
All right. Well, hopefully they just ignore those keys as well. So.
Agreed.
All right. Now let's talk about the good guys here, the team that should win it and hopefully wins it. So yeah, the Bengals. This is just awesome to see the Bengals here. It's really. Okay, I'm going to go a little off track here, but it's as a Mariners fan, and I know you can agree, this gives me hope for what's coming, because I've been watching reaction videos of Bengals fans, when the kick goes through and they officially clinch their Super Bowl berth. I can't wait for that out here. So watching the Cincinnati Bengals and their fans and going through what they've been going through these last few weeks, it's awesome, and it's what makes sports great, especially after the last couple of years. It's really what makes sports great is moments like that. So it's good for Cincinnati and good for the Bengals, good for the fans. So
yeah, I don't think there's any team that compares to the futility of the Mariners, but it is similar-ish, I would say. So
yeah,
yes,
for sure.
It would be great.
So my keys for the Bengals, I feel like they've really got to establish Joe Mixon, get that ground game going, but also working him in the pass game, because he's a good pass catcher as well. He can do it all. So just really establish Joe Mixon there, because you can't just rely on Jamar Chase the entire time. So make sure you get him involved and going early. Another one, contain Aaron Donald. Just contain him. If you're going to have other, pass rushers get to Burrow, let other ones get there, but you got to contain Donald first and foremost. I know obviously they got Von Miller, they got Greg Gaines. Shout out to the Huskies there. Unfortunately, he plays for a team I don't want to root for, but good to see him having a success at least. But yeah, just contain Donald. Obviously, we mentioned Burrow's been sacked a lot, but he's still been finding ways to win. So just try and give him some time, though. And then this third one, something they haven't really been doing much of, especially last game. I feel like for this one, though, they have to, especially since it's a Super Bowl and they're a young team. They don't want them pressure to mount right away. They got to start fast. They can't go down early. They can't dig themselves a hole, because in this game, the pressure is going to build up quick, especially for as young and inexperienced as they are. They've got to start fast. It's key for them to jump out to the early lead and start controlling the game as soon as they can. So, yeah, that's my keys for the Bengals.
Okay, well, I mean, you got some good ones there, and it's going to make it tough on me. But I will say, get pressure on Stafford without blitzing. So who's Trey Hendrickson, the defensive end, is going to have to get there without blitzes, because Stafford, I believe, was the number one quarterback QBR-wise against the blitz this season. So blitzing him doesn't help. So you can't do that.
That kind of surprised me, actually, because some of his bonehead plays I've seen, I feel like have come under pressure.
Yeah, they definitely come under pressure, but not against the blitz. Apparently, he's really good at
I see. Yeah, right.
Less defender.
Yeah.
But when you got your standard defenders back there in the defensive backfield and the front four getting home, that's when he makes his mistake.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. So there's that one. Number two, I will say Zach Taylor, my boy from Nebraska, former Nebraska Cornhuskers quarterback. He needs to play call better than he has recently. I know they've won. I remember specifically in the Chiefs game, numerous times I was just like, what are they doing with these running back screens to not mix in and to lose yards just in the worst times? It's like I said, I know it worked, but he's got to play call the game of his life in this one for sure.
Yeah.
And for number three, I'm just going to say whatever that kicker's name is, I forgot. He's just got to keep it up.
Evan McPherson.
He's probably going to have to kick 3 field goals in this game, and he's got to nail them all, and hopefully the game winner as well.
All right. Well, we've given our keys. What's your pick? You can go ahead and make the pick first.
Yeah, I'm going to go Bengals 31, Rams 29. I don't know how that score is going to happen, but that's what I'm saying.
Hey, odd scores usually do happen in the Super Bowl, so.
Yeah.
All right. I guess if you're doing a scoreline, I'll do an actual scoreline then, since it is Super Bowl, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you know what? I know Rams have really good defense, but I think it could be exposed. I'm gonna go Bengals. Bengals 33, Rams 30 on an Evan McPherson game-winning field goal as time expires.
Love to hear it.
Yep. All right. Well, there's our pick, our final pick of the year. I mean, it doesn't matter for however our records are. It doesn't matter because you already won. So congratulations again. It just we're both picking the same game, so I mean, it doesn't really matter. I was gonna say you can build momentum towards winning again next year, but we're both picking the Bengals.
That's all that matters. I'm trying to get some momentum going into the offseason.
Yep. So get that momentum. So congratulations again on your victory again next year, third straight year next year. So.
Wow. I know that's not going to happen next year would technically be 2 years from now if you're going about the season itself, because the next time we are actually picking games will be the 2022 season. So I don't know what you're trying to say here, but sure.
All right. Congratulations on your 2022 victory then. How about that?
Oh, right. Sure.
All right. Well, I guess we got one more thing to do real quick. Since we did last episode, we did favorite players, current players. We're going to flip it around and do least favorite current players now. So why don't you go ahead and kick that off for us, if I can talk.
Okay. Well, I got some honorable mentions first. I'm going to go Carson Wentz and Jared Goff. Ooh. And I'm also going to throw Big Ben Roethlisberger in there. I know I can't stand him, so I'll throw him in my honor.
So we are doing retired then? Because, I mean, I did my list based off.
No, he just retired, so I just threw him in there just because I can't stand him and wanted to get him in that list.
All right. Let's hear the top 5.
Yes. Number 5, I got a tie between Baker Mayfield and Zeke Elliott. Number 4, I have Patrick Mahomes. Number 3, Kyler Murray. Number 2, Aaron Donald. And numero uno, Wilson. Sorry,
I kind of cut out there with the first part, but...
I said numero uno, Russell Wilson.
Yep, I thought that's what you said. Well, that makes sense. So, makes sense to hate someone who's owned you.
Yeah, it's true. What can I do?
And that'll be the same for my number 1, so, yeah. Well, my honorable mentions, I have Jimmy G. I've said it before, I'm annoyed by how he's won games that he shouldn't have won when he has no business winning. That hasn't really attributed anything to the game that he's won. And then Cam Newton is another honorable mention for me. I just always haven't been able to stand Cam Newton. And if we're throwing in people who are already retired, I'm going to throw in Ben Roethlisberger as well. So actually, you know what? I'm gonna flip it though. I'm gonna put Zach Ertz was my number 5. I've just never really been able to stand. I feel like he's always been overrated and kind of whines a lot too. So Zach Ertz, I'll actually make an honorable mention, and number 5, I'll put Ben Roethlisberger at then. Obvious reasons. I just hate the guy.
Yep. Agreed.
Number 4, Lamar Jackson. Just feel like he's overrated and gets too much talk for. I mean, granted, he's good, but I just feel like he's not as good as people make him out to be.
Correct.
Number 3, Baker Mayfield.
Nice.
Yeah, can't stand his attitude. He thinks he's way better than he actually is.
Yep.
And obviously the whole Odell situation has totally exposed that for him. And then number 2, Aaron Rodgers. Just never really been able to stand the guy. He kind of owns the Seahawks, so I don't really like him for that matter as well. And I hope he gets out of Green Bay soon here. And then number 1, Aaron Donald, the guy who's always owned the Seahawks, and just I can't stand him for that purpose and for the purpose of I'm not going to say that word. I'm trying to figure out how to say it without saying what we discussed before we talked before we started this video. But he acts in a way that you wouldn't expect a guy like him to act, given his stature and size. But for him, we'll just leave it this, and you can leave it up to your interpretation. What do you normally think of a guy who immediately goes for a chokehold on someone else for no reason? Let's just leave it up to that. So,
sure.
Yeah. So that's really the reason why I can't stand Aaron Donald. Is he just acts that way. So.
Understood.
Yep. Yeah. So there you have it. Yeah. That's our top 5 least favorite players. That's our Super Bowl 56 pick, and yeah, one more episode left after this, and we'll be done for the 2021 season, and we'll be looking ahead after that. So yeah, and this is the last one at this location, so it's upgrading to the new location next. So going Hollywood.
Yep. Yeah. Well, it's to be expected. There's no way you can take the luxurious Hollywood trip you did and not change a little bit.
Yep. So I'll be looking forward to your final episode with us next time as well, since I have to upgrade co-hosts now.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame you. That's for sure.
Yep. So any final thoughts before we head out before our final episode?
No, I just go Bengals. Come on.
Yeah, please, please. It was God. I don't want to go through an off season of Rams and hearing Rams fans and all that whose house crap and all that. Ugh.
Yeah, and then if they do it this year, they're going to be the favorites next year again. Because no, I just can't. I can't do it.
Yeah, if they lose, hopefully they have that Super Bowl hangover, and then our teams can hopefully duke it out for NFC West next year. So yeah, so. Yeah, just go Bengals, please beat McVay and the Rams. So that's all I got on that. And yeah, I think we're gonna have the same outro line here coming up here soon. So yeah. But yeah, on that note, thanks for watching. Hopefully it's a good Super Bowl. I'll take a blowout as long as it's the Bengals blowing out the Rams. I'd be fine with that. And yeah, please like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. And yeah, go Bengals.